Many U.S. economic experts are forecasting 2026 will be a year of layoffs, unemployment, and continuing AI technology replacing workers. In 2025, 1.17 million Americans lost their jobs to layoffs. Unfortunately, that trend hasn't let up in early 2026. For example, UPS in early 2026 is letting go 48,000 workers in order to restructure the company. The figures are staggering to contemplate. A new survey of employers indicates that roughly 60% of U.S. companies expect to cut staff in 2026. Associate degree holders are failing to out-earn high school graduates. 15 million working-age Americans are not gainfully employed. And we're entering the weakest hiring projections in half a decade. Layoffs are mostly happening through financial restructuring, the financing of AI, and a rising abuse by companies by the H-1B worker system. This may be not just a temporary downturn either. The numbers now reflect the story of an economy in transition, an economy where traditional employment patterns are collapsing, where education investments aren't paying off as normally they would, and where millions of Americans are falling through the cracks of official unemployment numbers. These numbers are far more challenging than the official unemployment rate suggests. A major source of corporate restructuring in 2025 was driven by slashing of federal grants, the bad habit of creating what are called diamond-shaped companies. Here you have companies where you have a small handful of people at the top making real decisions, a small handful of people at the bottom doing the real work, and then a ton of coordinators in the middle who get paid $100,000 a year on really not being productive. So those people get laid off, creating a middle management purge. The second big driver of layoffs is, of course, the financing of AI by companies. Companies are dropping trillions of dollars into AI programs right now, which haven't led to any real return on investment yet. If companies keep rolling more money into AI, then they're going to keep laying off workers in order to afford to do so. But if they don't keep funneling money into AI and the bubble bursts, then the U.S. might experience one of the biggest recessions in history, which again will lead to more layoffs. According to the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions report, artificial intelligence and automation could displace tens of millions of American jobs over the next decade. Here are a few figures showing how many humans AI could possibly replace. 83% of customer service representatives, 81% of laborers and freight, stock, and material movers, 76% of bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerks, 65% of teaching assistants, and 66% of office clerks. Elon Musk has said he wants Tesla to build millions of robots. If true, the robots will more and more replace the men and women working in manufacturing and warehouses. Musk's claims about robots doing the jobs of humans actually has little evidence, yet it is possible in the short term. Yes, Amazon is currently using robots for heavy lifting in its warehouses, but they fall well short of human staff. Despite what many are hearing in early 2026, many major companies are still replacing their American staff with H-1B workers, despite the government's crackdown. H-1B workers are non-American with college degrees who enter the U.S. in order to fill a skills gap for a company. In theory, this system seems to make sense because it's an effective way to bring high-quality workers from other countries into the U.S. for perhaps less money. But in practicality, it appears very suspicious that Amazon claimed they needed to lay off 30,000 workers in 2025, only to then get approved to hire 40,000 HB1 workers instead. So that's what could be expected for employment in 2026 for the U.S. Some experts actually think things will get better with more hiring programs and fewer layoffs. That partly due to an expanding healthcare sector, according to a report in Newsweek. But if the economy continues to see significant layoffs, the result could be consumer spending going down, which could produce even more layoffs. This is H.A. Graves.